Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Self-Reliance, an essay written by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson is an American writer and he is the founder of the famous movement called Transcendentalism. And this essay was written in 1841 by him, and actually Ralph Waldo Emerson has two important works. One is the first series of essays which has 12 essays in it, and in that the self-reliance is one of the essays, and the second one is the second series of essays which has 9 series of essays. And in this self-reliance he talks about self-reliance of self-sufficiency as a virtue. He says that one person must be self-reliant, that is, he should have confidence in himself and he should have everything for himself. He should not be depending on others, and this itself is a great virtue. And for that he says that we have to develop individual instincts. He says that every one of us have an instinct. Something will tell in our mind what is good and what is bad, and when we are able to identify what is good, then our thought also will be really good, and because our instincts and our thought are good, our actions also will be good. And he says this should be universally followed, and if everyone in this world are going to be good and are going to listen to the instinct and are going to be positive, then that will create a great value for whole humanity. And in this essay he emphasizes on individualism. He says that each and every one must be able to develop our individualism. We should not be imitating others or following others or just listening and obeying to others. We should try to develop our own individualism, and we should be a non-conformist. Conformist means a person who listens to whatever others says and obeys the laws and regulations and follows the norms prescribed by the society. But here he says you be a non-conformist. Don't just listen to what the society says. You analyze what it is saying, and if you feel it is good, follow it. If you feel it is not good, you just reject it, you neglect it. There is nothing wrong in it, because your instinct is saying that it is not good, and when you know something is not good, you will not feel like doing it, or you will do it and then you will go in the wrong way. And he says this is a personal responsibility of each and every one to develop our own individualism and follow our instinct. And he says that when you feel your own self-worth, when you feel great about yourself, that time you will allow your instinct to follow your own moral compass. And when you know what is very good and when your instinct is telling you to follow what is good, then this instinct will guide you throughout your life. And when you are going in that way, you need not worry about what others are going to say or what your society is going to tell about you, or whether you are really following the rules and regulations formed in your country, because you are going in the right way. So nothing is going to hinder you and no one is going to question you about your actions, because you are knowing what you're doing and what you're doing is really good, and that you are acknowledging, and definitely even the society will acknowledge that in the future. And another thing what Emerson says here is, he says that each and every one of us are genius, and he says that all of us have the potential. And how we will know that we are a genius and how we will use our potential is by developing our own individualism. We must first know what is our strength, and when we know what is our strength, our instinct will guide us to develop our strength. And when we develop our strength and when we expose it, we will definitely be a genius in this world. And he says that in every man's case, each and everyone has a genius, and each and everyone can definitely live with self-reliance. But why we are not able to live like this is because the society is complicating it. The society is laying down certain norms and rules and regulations, and this stops man's natural ability to think about for yourself and act accordingly. And because we are not thinking and acting according to what our mind is saying, and since we are only doing what the society is saying, we are not able to bring out the genius in ourselves, and therefore we are not able to realize the self-reliance which we are supposed to realize. And for that he says, learn to be in solitude over the community. Don't give importance to the society. You be in solitude and you think about yourself. For that, he is using the phrase stay at home. Here, stay at home does not mean stay within four walls. He says be within yourself, analyze yourself, go into the internal ocean which is within yourself, and when you start searching within yourself for what you are, you will not be looking at others, you will not be focusing on others, you will not be thinking about what the society is telling to you. You will think for yourself and you will realize your own potential and you will act according to it. And he says that when you are a person, you are an ordinary person, but when you want to become a great person, you will know how to channelize yourself and find solitude even in a crowd. You may be in the society, you may be in a large crowd, but even when you're living among them, you will know how to find solitude and you will know how to think for yourself. And when you know how to think for yourself, definitely your actions will be only towards to what you want and what you will be able to do. And when you're able to find comfort in the solitude and in independence, this will translate you into a worthy authority and you will be a model for others. And when you become a great authority for yourself, what will happen is the external authorities which are man-made institutions, whether it is by the government or by the religion, that will not be able to affect you, because all that will become very small in front of you and your individualism will start growing greater. And Emerson also says that when you are able to develop your individualism, you can personally connect yourself with God. For this, first you have to find out what is truth. And when you come to know what is truth, you will get the correct enlightenment. And that enlightenment will start within yourself. And when you are able to find this truth and enlightenment, you will be able even to speak to God. This is what Emerson says. And then he says that if you are able to develop a genuine peace and happiness within yourself, this itself will make you a genius, and whatever you do, it will be a productive thing, it will be a good thing. And he says for all this, the greatest hindrance is many of us, why many of us, almost all of us, try to imitate others and we try to conform to what the society is saying. We don't want to go out of what the society's laid out norms are, and this is what actually wastes all our potential. And because we are only listening to what the society is saying, we are violating the goodness of nature which God has given to us. God has created all the goodness in us. That is why when we are a child, we are able to do what we want, and that gives us true happiness. But as we grow, we start observing the society and we start listening to what the society says. And thus, we do not do what we want to do, but we only do what the society says, and therefore we are not able to bring out the real potential which is in us. And another thing is, he says, whether it is in education or in intellectual achievements, all this will come out only, you will be a great person only when you are independent and when you think originally. If you are going to only listen to what others are saying or study only what others have written, then you will not have anything original to say. And when you don't have anything original to say, then how you will become a genius? And for this, he says to think about the great minds of the past. He gives examples of Socrates, Jesus Christ, Newton. He says these people were original in their thought. They did not conform to the society, and that is why they are even today, they are there. Their presence is felt even today. Jesus Christ, for example, he says he believed in himself. He said that after I die, I will come back on the third day, and this belief in himself only made him to come back on the third day. In the same way, we are even now realizing the genius of Socrates and Newton. It is because they did not conform to what others said, but they brought out their original thoughts. And if you find, we can realize that all the great minds were not made because of their teachers or because of their peers, but they had their own individualism, and that is what they concentrated. And since they developed their individualism, that is what led them to become their genius. And he says, but man abandons all these individually driven pursuits, and why he is doing it is he is only trying to follow all the prescriptions, and because he wants to make use of the opportunities which are available to him, and for the timely pleasure he is losing his own individualism, and he is not able to show himself as a unique person. And so he tells each and every man to denounce the comfort of fitting in the society, or finding comfort in following the rules and regulations by the society, or blindly following the norms and conventions which are said to be followed in a society. And in this essay he calls for all the men to restructure the relationship with themselves, and then with their relations, and then with the society. And he says that when you become the center of yourself, then you will know your full potential, and when you know your full potential you will be able to bring it out, and when you bring it out you will benefit not only yourself but the whole world. This is what Emerson says in this essay. If you want to add on anything to what I said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe. Thank you.